most successful traders, they are very confident. They have 100% belief in themselves.
You already know what you're looking for,
Yeah.
a buy or a sell.
Yeah.
And it's just about your mind preparing to enter.
When you've learned all the concepts, when you've learned what a fair value gap and order block is, it's not going to be like, oh, is that an order block? No, you know what it is. It doesn't take long.
But a lot of traders, they're stuck here. Their actions don't align with their identity. Performance is not this. Performance is this.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do I need to do to get to that level? Okay, I need a strategy. I need a process. I need the psychology.
And it's weird because people don't believe it. But like, here I am consistent. I am profitable. I spoke into existence because in my subconscious, I'm saying, I'm already those things.
The more you stick to your process, you're aligning with that statement and your actions are aligning with your belief. And then that's it. Your belief becomes concrete.
You literally have to want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe.
There are people that want to see your downfall.
When you've got that shift in your mindset, you're like, you become unstoppable and nothing can drag you down.
Rodrigo, which trading YouTuber do you think gives the worst advice?
Welcome back to another episode with me, Katie,
And me, Max.
at the Rise Network. Today we have a very special episode for all of you watching or listening at home. We have Kayz back
Hello.
and Rodrigo. This is our first episode with Rodrigo. A bit of a different one. We're doing a mind markets conversation. So Rodrigo is a trader coach. So we're going to see the psychology behind a trader, and obviously Kayz is a trader. So it's going to be a very different and fun episode that you can all learn from.
What's one thing that you do on a morning or that you did this morning that gets you mentally prepared for trading?
I think on my wall, I have like my trading plan and like my affirmations, just general. So I just have a quick glance, remind myself, this is what I'm trading, this is what I'm looking for, and this is the long-term goal.
Do you know what? As simple as that is so effective.
Yeah.
I got so I put my whole trading plan into ChatGPT and got it to give me like affirmations and stuff based on that.
That's good.
So now like I read that every morning, and just that little thing, like it really helps.
It reminds you, it's your like
Yeah.
morning reminder and also your daily reminder, that you're working towards something, even if your trade's bad.
Yeah.
So it does a lot.
Rodrigo, what's something that you would give to or say to traders that they should do as part of their morning routine for like pre-market prep?
Like Kayz, keep it simple. But one thing I would say is plan the night before. So your trading day or your day starts the night before, because we have a very limited amount of decisions that we make every single day. And when you get to the end of it, decision fatigue kicks in. And when that kicks in, you go into survival mode, you go into tilt. So if you reduce the amount of decisions to make in the mornings, or at least the first few hours of the day, and you make those decisions the night before, so you set your clothes up, you set your meals, you have your to-do list. So when you wake up, you're almost on autopilot. There's less thinking, less decisions, because when it comes to trading, you've got to make very important decisions, and you need as much brain power.
And with all of the traders that you've coached, would you say that's one thing that you've definitely noticed a change in profitability when people change like their nighttime into morning routine?
Massive, yeah. It's like night and day difference, because who's gonna be more focused, have more energy? The trader that wakes up, they're like just got out of bed, they're thinking, oh, what do I need to wear? What do I need to eat? Or the trader that's just going with the motions, and they're just repeating a process that they've planned, they've executed multiple times, and they can see if it works or not. And if it's whatever, and if you're tracking it, if you can measure it, you can control it. You can't control random decisions. Oh, I feel motivated today, but I don't feel motivated the next day. So are you going to be consistent with the plan? So I would say, the traders who plan the night before, the massive difference in performance.
That's a big thing with billionaires as well, isn't it? I know Mark Zuckerberg, for one example, he always wears jeans and a t-shirt. Like it's always a basic outfit, but
yeah,
it is literally just because of the decision fatigue. The
yeah,
more decisions that you have to make,
yeah,
the less you're going to focus on the important
yeah,
decisions. So less
yeah,
decisions,
yeah. Steve Jobs
boring
did the
clothes.
same.
Yeah,
Barack Obama, he has the same suit.
crazy.
But then someone like me,
Mm.
I'm doing a U right now. I'm doing a U. You know when we said the neurodivergent?
We're
Yeah.
keeping this in, by the way, guys, because this is what she does. Go.
So wait, someone like me that has ADHD, right? I might choose my outfit the day before, and then tomorrow, like I wake up the next day, and I'm like, no, I don't want to wear that.
Mm.
So then, what would you say to someone like me?
I would say,
Be
are
disciplined.
you diagnosed with ADHD?
Yeah. Cool. I
Okay.
wouldn't just say it on the pod.
I mean,
I'm not that
everyone
type of
does
person.
now.
No, but I genuinely am. I was
Okay.
17 and got diagnosed.
Okay. Like I've met people that say I have
No, I
ADHD
do.
and then they don't. So okay, so I would say
Weird as well. That's so weird. Why do people do that?
because they think, oh,
Looks cool.
no, it's almost like they're
An
trying to
excuse.
victimize their excuses. Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah, they're
I'm
trying to
an
make
impulsive
excuses.
person, but I do have ADHD.
If you like having choices, then just give yourself more choices in the morning. So set three sets of clothing or whatever you want to wear, and then in the morning you can just go 1, 2, or 3. Right, rather than stand in front of the wardrobe for 20 minutes thinking, oh, this. You see what I mean? You're using up your brain power.
That's clever. I like that.
How long did it take you to stick to your morning routine? Because that's the most important thing. That
I don't think there was a time limit to it. It was genuinely a mindset shift. It was a thing where I was trading and I was showing up and I was journaling, but I know I wasn't at my best and I wasn't doing a morning routine. I wasn't doing these extra things. And then it got to a point where I was like, actually, I have no plan B. This is my only route. So when I had that shift in my mind, it was just a no-brainer to wake up early, read, do this, do that before trading. It was just a thing that I wanted it so bad. And in my head, I already had it instilled that I need to have my morning on lock if I'm going to trade. I need to have all these other things on lock. Then trading does not take any time. It does not take a lot of time. If you know what you're analyzing, it's the things you do preparing and the things you do after. So obviously when you want it bad enough and you have that mindset shift, obviously you're just going to have that natural motivation to read in the morning, meditate in the morning, whatever it is you do, just because you want it.
So would you say the things that you do as the pre-market prep or things that you do for your mindset towards trading is more important than the actual analysis of a chart?
I think for me, I prioritize both. I would say I'm a perfectionist, so I would like to know exactly what I'm looking at. I want to know exactly what's on the chart for me to understand. But at the same time, they're both important because when you've learned all the concepts, when you've learned what a fair value gap and order block is, it's not going to be like, oh, is that an order block? No, you know what it is. It doesn't take long, but it's that psychology and getting your headspace in the right place to trade. That's what takes time because you have outside factors. You could have problems going on in your home life. I don't know, but that will all in turn go and result onto your trades. So it's more important. It takes more time, but I think they're both important. Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so important for people to do like their Sunday or Saturday analysis when the markets are
Yeah.
closed. Obviously, depending on what you're trading. If you don't and you just wake up on a Monday and you're just like, let me just jump in a trade. Like you've got to know where
Yeah.
price is going, and then when it gets there, you already know what you're looking for,
Yeah.
a buy or a sell.
Yeah.
And it's just about your mind preparing to enter.
And the thing is, it's like even if you was in a trade, like this has happened to me loads of times. I'm in a trade, I've not looked at the charts on the weekend. I've not done no prep. I've just saw a setup, took it, and then now I'm scared to. Now I might close early. Now I'm like, oh, maybe this isn't a good trade. Then I close, and then I see everyone else held because they did the analysis, and I'm like, oh wait, I didn't even realize that this happened. I didn't even realize this was going on. But when you've actually took the time to prepare, you know where the markets are, you know what's happening, you know the high time frame direction or whatever it is you need, when you know that will give you the trust to even hold your trade and trust your analysis.
100%. That discipline builds that confidence, I would say.
Literally.
Rodrigo, after coaching loads of successful traders and some of the biggest names in the industry, what would you say are like the key traits that successful, consistently profitable traders have?
2 key phrases there: successful and consistent. There needs to be an understanding of what success is. So they define success as their process. They define their success based on their SOPs, their business. So their process is so much more important than the outcome. And what traits they have is that they're able to detach quickly from the outcomes. So we all love winning trades and we don't like losing trades. But the difference is, like, how do you react and respond to when you don't like something? Because if you don't like something and then you respond in impulsively, then you're going to end up making mistakes. You're going to end up closing trades early. You're going to end up entering before that you have confirmation. So it's traders who succeed, they define the success by their process. Now, the second part of that is consistency. They the most successful traders, they are very confident. They have 100% belief in themselves. So what they've been able to do is they've been able to create this identity, and this identity is something that at some point wasn't part of their identity. At some point, it was a goal. At some point, is I want to achieve this success. I want to be a 7-figure trader. I want 6 figures in payouts every year. Okay, now what do I need to do to get to that level? Okay, I need a strategy. I need a process. I need the psychology. And so when they start aligning their actions with that identity, and then the byproduct of that is they get rewarded. Now they have evidence to back the identity, their ambition, their goal. So now they're like, I 100% believe in myself. I've got this. I am a successful trader. I am consistent because their actions align with their identity. And when your actions align with your identity, nothing will stop you.
So then you'd say that self-image is one of the most important things as a trader, being
Yeah.
the person you're trying to become, right?
You have to. Even before you become that person, you have to become that person.
I think for me, that was a massive thing that got me profitable. When I was like, when I was in the trenches and I was learning every day, I kid you not, every day I had like a little piece of paper and it said, I am a 6-figure funded trader. I am a consistent, profitable trader. And I would like repeat it like 3 times. And I had like different bullet points every day. I used to say it, and it's weird because people don't believe it, but like, here I am consistent, I am profitable. I spoke into existence because in my subconscious I'm saying I'm already those things. That when you get there and when you're achieving it, it's not so crazy because you already told yourself that you're already on that level.
Do you know what's actually happened? What that when you call it in the trenches, you're still in the trenches, but the difference is your perception of
Yeah.
But what you were doing back then with the affirmations is because you were speaking it. When we say, oh, it's speaking into existence, that's actually your brain rewiring what you're saying. And when you're faced with a choice every day, should I stick to my process or should I break my rule?
Yeah.
And the more you stick to your process, you're aligning with that statement and your actions are aligning with your belief. And then that's it. Your belief becomes concrete.
Yeah.
And then the next decision, the next time you have a choice, bad choice or good choice, you end up taking the good choice because the good choice is easier. There's less pressure.
Yeah.
And so it's then things go exponential. But a lot of traders, they're stuck here because their actions don't align with their identity.
It's true. And it's easier to cope as well. So if you're losing, you're like, all the profitable traders lose. It's part of the game. It makes everything easier. It makes success easier. It makes losses easier. It makes your down periods easier.
So I have a question based off of this self-image. So I feel like I wouldn't say it's an ego problem as much now, but it was. How do you differentiate the difference between having like massive confidence in yourself and that kind of trickling down into ego and becoming somewhat of a problem? Because I feel like there's a very thin line between confidence and just
I agree.
ego of like, I'm that bitch.
I
No
agree.
one can chat to me.
But you have to be.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But you have to be that person.
But there's a different, like,
There's a level.
there's a thin
Yeah,
line.
I hear it.
But I think
But
that's the
also I think-
Leo.
but I
Like, I
think
feel like you
also-
relate because we're Leos.
Yeah.
I think if you are being the person that you're being and you're actually standing on business, there's a difference between cocky, because a lot of cocky people, they're not actually doing it. So they have to portray this image of who they are.
I get that, but I still feel like there's a
I
there is
get
a
you,
really
because
thin
I feel
line.
like that. I feel like I never want to come across cocky, or I never want to come across egotistical.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
think you're confident. So I don't. I
Yeah, I
think
know,
as
but it's like
someone that I think as someone that don't have success or understand confidence, and they're very unconfident in themselves, they would look at people and be like, they're very ego driven, egotistical. I think if you're confident, you'd naturally know that person's aura just shines and they're confident. That's my opinion. But then I think you can
Yeah.
also differentiate the ego driven people
I think, yeah, for sure.
and the real.
I think you
people.
can tell.
Mm.
I think it's a thing where it's like you've got to know your worth. Like I was talking about this to someone. Like I don't like bragging, or I don't like telling people my own business. I don't do it. But it's a thing where if you're doing something good and you have worked to get there, realize that worth and applaud yourself.
Yeah.
It's not cocky. It's not ego. If you've worked hard for something, and you've worked hard to get somewhere, you have the absolute right to show it off. You worked for it. That's not being ego. That's not being cocky. That's just, being confident and also knowing your worth as well. And that's what I think, that's what you have to kind of install in your head, that it's not ego. And if people do want to look at you and say, you're ego driven, they don't know you clearly. They don't know you.
Yeah. I had a conversation yesterday actually with a female trader. I gave her a call. Do you remember Jessica Ramos?
I knew you was
yeah.
going to say Jess. I literally
Yeah.
saw her come up on my thing today saying because she took a 1% loss yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And she's a Leo too. Big up Jess.
we were just talking about how her trading and in my experience, my trading and myself, just overall success, it comes on the back of having huge amounts of confidence in what we do, but also when you reach that level, it's about who do you take with you. Are you going to be confident and just like live your own life, or are you going to be confident? You're going to have some ego, but are you going to take people with you? So what she found was that her trading became so much better when she started coaching, when she started teaching. And so she has to be confident. She also has to be transparent, but she also has to be humble. So you can't, like, for someone like Jess, she's on stages, she travels the world, she's got a global brand, she's got students all over the world. If she has to be somewhat confident, at times she has to defend her beliefs. So she might come across arrogant. She's going to scratch people in the wrong way. But at the end of the day, she's taking a lot of people with her. She's got hundreds, if not thousands of testimonials. So when I'm on stage, when I'm on a podcast here, I'm allowed to be confident. Like we're allowed to be a little bit arrogant as long as we stand on business.
You've got to stand in your truth.
Yeah, exactly. So if I'm going to say, listen, I believe in routines. I believe in consistency. And that's what I sell. I sell discipline, consistency.
Because it works for you and it's made so many traders successful, right?
Yeah. Now, if I'm overweight, do you think my
Someone's
clients are
gonna
going
buy
to
your
take me
PT
seriously?
course.
No.
Yeah.
They-
Well, no, not in trading, but if I was going to say, if you're a PT and you're like, come and learn from me, I'd be like,
But even as a trader,
There
you
you
know
go,
what?
right?
Zaki said this in an episode I did last year with him, and he said, "Have you ever seen a fat successful trader?"
Yeah.
No.
no discrimination.
No, but it's true. It's true.
To the ones watching.
You can't be a successful trader and not look after your health.
But it's because you have to be disciplined in every area of your
In
life. Like, you
every
can't
area.
just be a good trader. You
Yeah.
have to be a good person. And I
Yeah.
think good trading and being a good trader and having people actually look up to you and respect you, it starts from within. Because I know so many great traders, but I know they're not good people. So I don't
Yeah.
care about your content.
It's true.
Like I can sense it from your energy. I don't want to be around you. Like someone's, I don't know how big someone is. Not big, because you lot said fat. That's not a bit me. But how big someone is in terms of like their views, how many followers they've got, I don't think it defines them as a person and how good they are at trading either. A lot of people that follow them, they're idiots themselves, and they follow idiots. So I think it's so hard to navigate the confident and the real in this industry, because as we all know, there's not a lot of that.
Mm.
And some of the confident ones are not traders.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You can tell the difference between the ego-driven and not real.
Yeah, but I think just from like a personal ego problem, it's more of like what. So, for example, I will go on a great run. I'll have payout after payout after payout, and it in some ways kind of goes to my head. And then I think I'm untouchable on the charts.
Yeah.
And then I take a loss and I'm like, shit, wait, no, like that's not supposed to happen. Like I've clocked this now.
That's so me.
Can I explain the science behind that?
Yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna wait till you finished.
Yeah.
So there's a very powerful concept called anticipatory dopamine. Okay, so dopamine we know is a motivator, right? We know it's a feel good. Whenever we like something, have a bit of sugar, we see a potential trade, we release some dopamine. Yeah. Now, anticipatory dopamine, you get dopamine just from the prospect of there might be a trade today. So what happens is when you're going on a run, you're kind of high on dopamine for some time. So your brain is already celebrating. Your brain has already received a reward just from opening the charts. So at that point, this is where euphoria kicks in and you become complacent. When euphoria kicks in, you no longer operating from your logical part of the brain, your prefrontal cortex. You're very emotional. You're very impulsive. This is why we get so much dopamine from alcohol, for example, or drugs. And so when you're intoxicated, what are your actions? Are they logical most of the time, or are they more impulsive?
Impulsive.
Yeah, because we're very high on dopamine. So when you're on winning streaks, you got to be careful because you got to think, am I high on my own supply, and do I need to check myself before I wreck myself? Do I need to double check my rules? Actually, I've just received a 10K payout. Should I take a week off just to
That was my problem.
get this excitement out? I just got funded. My first trade was stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. You know what? Let me take a few days off to fix my sleep again, get my diet on track, get my routine on point, and then earn the right to trade this account.
Oh, I love that. Earn the
That was
right.
good.
Yeah. And I think as well, the problem
Yeah.
is, as traders, we just think every day has got to be a trading day. Like every day don't have to be a trading day. We don't have to trade every single minute of the charts being open. And I feel like we was talking about this before. Like I
Yeah.
definitely get a thrill from being in a trade. Like even if it's a loss, I'm just like, I just want to be in a trade.
Yeah, we love
Just
trading.
like trading.
Yeah.
Trading is because of the uncertainty and because of probability and just because
There's probably money tied to it
the
too.
money that's tied to
And it's
it.
quite toxic.
And
And I'm used to toxic men, and I'm not with the
It's-
toxic man no more.
So yeah, trading is very addictive.
Yeah,
It is.
It is.
And so we have to be very mindful of our own addiction, and we have to know when it's becoming too much, and we need to know when to press hard, when to be on the offensive, and also when to be on the defensive, because performance is not this, performance is this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you reach your peak, you know that there's something coming, but you can control that. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can smooth it out through your routine. So you don't, for me, in my opinion, you don't need to have the same strict routine every single day to be a successful trader. If you trade 2-3 times a week, be strict on those days.
Yeah.
The other days, relax, chill, because otherwise it becomes too much. So it's the balancing act, right?
Yeah.
Do you know, as much as I had my trading plan and that like really helped me, like actually sticking to my rules, I feel like my mental shift and like my profitability scale completely shifted when I started trading prop firms, because I actually have to stick to rules to be able to touch a certain level of money. Like with
Yeah.
personal funds, I'm not touching that unless I get a big chunk of a payout
Yeah.
and put it in there. So I feel like that's another reason why people should trade prop firms. Like I'm very pro prop firms because I think if you're not able to be disciplined in your own life, you're gonna keep throwing money down the drain unless you stick to this business's rules, this prop firm's rules. And that, I think that definitely shaped my trading. Most prop firms make you jump through 2 phases before you can even touch real capital. If you've got a solid strategy and you're confident in your trading, you do not need that. And this is why we like Equity Edge, because they have made the process easier for you guys that want to trade instantly. No challenges, no waiting, straight funding. Pick your account size, verify, and start trading immediately. You can scale, withdraw easily, and keep up to 90% of your profits. You can request a payout 14 days after your first trade. So if you're ready to skip the games and get instantly funded, click the link down below and join Equity Edge.
For me, when I first started and first got into trading, it was like, of course I'm going to trade a personal. Who wouldn't trade a personal? It's your own money. You get real money back. But people need to do the research on prop firms, because the potential that you can actually see from yourself and within yourself, and the money that you can see with the small investment that you're putting in, is actually life-changing. It's life-changing. I would
Literally.
not, like, I still haven't even traded a personal account, which I will plan to do later on, but prop firms, if you can learn how to pass them, stay profitable whilst keeping to the rules, that skill alone will change your life.
Mhm.
And it's a very profitable business model on that front. So it's not a thing where, oh, guys, it's out for a month and we're not going to have the opportunity. There's props that have been running for a long, long, long time, and I'm pretty sure they'll stay in the game.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? And they're here now. People need to take advantage of it and use it, because you can see life-changing amounts of money. It's crazy.
Literally, it is crazy seeing. And I think even because, so I came from FTMO days when it was 70% profit split, you had 30 days to pass the
Yeah.
challenge. Like, I come from trading the hard
The
days.
back
Like,
of
that
day.
was trenches. And now I see traders complaining about challenges, and I'm just like, are you actually okay? You can get a 200k account for like what, £600?
Yeah.
You can scale that. You can easily get a 10k payout from that.
Yeah.
You keep 80% of the profits. You can take as long as you want to pass the account.
Yeah.
Like, there is literally no limits on what you can do with prop firms nowadays. Rodrigo, do you think that there's any like psychological difference in trading prop firms? So prop firms nowadays compared to, let's say, like 5 years ago, but then also a psychological change between trading prop firms and personal accounts?
Yeah, definitely. You like I come from the days where there were no prop firms. It was just like you're just trying to flip accounts, and you know you know how that ends.
Hugo's way.
Yeah. And then when props came, FTMO, etc., even that 30-day limit was very difficult, because I noticed I would gamble,
Yeah.
because if I'm near the deadline and I'm not near my target, I've got no choice but to full port. Now I'm full porting impulsively under pressure. That's tilt.
Mhm.
So I didn't like that. As soon as that rule ended, wow, everything changed when the 30-day limit was gone. Now nowadays, it's definitely it's a lot easier for trade. That's why there's so many successful traders, because and when you think about it from a business perspective, when you're trading a personal account, you have X capital. You also you should have your own drawdown limits. You also have psychological limits, and once you meet those thresholds, then what do? Do you stop? You have to, because there's limits, but people don't stop.
Yeah.
So the pressure is a lot higher, because there's more emotional attachment to that capital, because you must have earned it from working, blood, sweat, and tears, your time. And so there's more emotional attachment to trading your own capital. And most people don't have enough capital to actually make a living from it. So you're going to be trading a 1K account, a 2K account, and you're trying to be Hugo Banks. Yeah, you're trying to uh, live this lifestyle that is very unrealistic. You're trying to achieve enormous amounts of money. So that's why trading your personal account is so difficult. Now, with prop trading, you have X amount of capital. Let's say you have £1,000. Then if you're trading futures, you have more buying power. But if you're trading CFDs, let's say you can split that £1,000 by 3. So each time you purchase a prop firm account, you have, let's say, 10 trades. So if you have £1,000 in a personal account, then those 10 trades might be 10% of drawdown. That's it. You've hit your limit. You're supposed to stop. Whereas when you're trading with prop firms, you're risking the full 1,000. However, you have maybe 30, 40 trades. So you have way more opportunity based on when you have more opportunity, you have more trades. More trades means more probability. And so this is why the business model works. Psychologically, it works too, because you have more opportunity. You allow your edge to play out more. So when you approach trading as a business, and you psychologically prepare yourself that, you know what, this £1,000, I want to make it stretch. I want to buy this many accounts, and each account I'm going to give myself 10 trades. I know through my backtested data, I've got 500 trades. I have a 60% win rate. I have 2.5 profit factor. I know if I give myself 200 trades, I'm going to smash it. But traders don't think like that. Traders are like, this account is my life. And if I'm in drawdown, I feel like shit. If I'm in profit, I'm looking at Lambos. The emotional turmoil is like the roller coasters like this. So most traders, they're not thinking like a businessman or a businesswoman. They're not thinking with delayed gratification. They're thinking in instant gratification. They want to satisfy their desire. They want to satisfy what they see on social media, and they want that for themselves. And this is a trap. They're stuck, and that's why even prop trading, less than 1% of traders are actually consistently profitable.
I find that mad. I find that so crazy.
It is insane.
Less than 1% of traders in the world can pass and make payouts.
Well, I'm one of them.
But if you look on social media, you think everyone's passing. While we are on the topic of prop firms and getting funded, we would like to give you guys the opportunity to win one of 5 10K accounts that we are giving away, courtesy of Equity Edge. So if you guys want to start your funded journey, then make sure you like and subscribe, and also leave a comment below with some type of value that you have taken from this episode. And we will be announcing the winners on our Instagram after this episode has aired.
Question for both of you, but I'm going to start with you, Kayz.
Yeah.
When you first started seeing money as a trader, but you weren't making money before, or like, I don't know your financial background, obviously you don't have to tell anyone that's listening or watching. Did you struggle when you made like your first payout? When you got your first payout, did you struggle in terms of like, you didn't know how to handle the money? Because I think a lot of times where traders go wrong is they've never even touched $100, or like, I'm talking like third world countries, by the way, which is where most of the traders are. They've never even made £1,000 from like anything other than maybe like a job that they're having to graft for, and then they're still paying taxes and everything on it as well, so they're not even making £1,000. Do you feel like your psychology was better before, or you had to learn how to deal with it once you made your first bit of money as a trader?
I think because I was trading for so long and I wanted to pay out for so long, me as a person generally, it's not that I don't value money, but I won't look at a 2K payout and think, oh my God, I got 2K, let's go shopping. That's just, I'm not that brave. But it's like because I was working for it for so long, when I got it, it wasn't something like, oh my God, I've got this payout. Oh my God,
it's
this
like
money.
an anticlimax, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't feel like, wow, I was gassed, but I wasn't that as what I thought I would be. I wasn't as happy as I thought I would be. But it's a thing that I think when you've ingrained and instilled the right mindset with payouts, you know, you got to get consistency. That one payout isn't going to change your life. When you know that you're going to lose as well as you're going to win, when you've got that ingrained and you're still learning, the payout is just going to be part of your journey to success. So when my payout landed, I was very happy with it, but it wasn't surprising. It didn't change my psychology. It didn't make me want to, of course, I had times, like, I wouldn't lie, like, I had times where I'd want to risk a little bit more because I'm on a live now and the payout could be like some mad money. But you just have to remember that the game is genuinely to take it slow and be grateful for what you have. Like, that's it.
Rodrigo, as someone watching or listening,
Mhm.
they're currently doing like a phase 1. They're in their challenge phase, right?
Mhm.
Phase 1, they've just passed phase 1. They're on phase 2. They're about to get funded. They know they're about to reach that payout. They've never had a payout before. What would your advice be?
I would say that they need to check themselves and their own relationship with money, because if you have a if you have a if you don't have the right relationship with money, then you're not going to be able to handle it at all. So this is why it's important to write your goals. It's important to write down what kind of life do you want to live. How much is it going to cost me to reach that life, and then break it down. When you break down what you actually want to achieve and you look at what it's going to cost you, then you know what you're aiming for. However, if you don't have a plan, then you're just going to plan to fail. So if you don't have a plan with how you're going to use that money or receive that money, then it becomes too much. Now, I am for celebration. Like, I'm not saying you should be focused on, you get a payout and you shouldn't celebrate it or reward yourself. No, I think you should. I think it's you need that reinforcement. Now, in terms of if someone's in phase 1 and they're thinking about, um, okay, they might get funded, something that they should be doing, everyone should be doing this, is visualization. So they need to spend some time, get into a comfortable state, close their eyes, and just visualize what is it going to feel like, what is it going to look like when I get to phase 2? How am I going to respond? Who am I going to tell? How am I going to behave? Okay, now let's do that with funded account. How am I going to respond to that certificate? Am I going to share it online? Am I going to tell everyone that I've made it? You end up borrowing money. You end up telling you tell your family, listen, I made it. I'm 6 figures. They don't know if it's phase 1 or phase 2.
That was me.
Right?
I got my first
They don't
10K with
even
FTMO.
they don't even know it's a demo account. But you've just told the whole family and your friends and your village, I have $10,000.
And now everyone's like, where's the Lambo? Because
And how many times have we been screwed as traders when then family and friends come to you and they're like, how's it going?
So embarrassing.
And you're like,
Yeah, great.
oh, I lost the 10K. What do you mean you lost the 10K? They think
they don't get it. Yeah.
They don't get that it's a simulated account. They just think you literally lost 10,000. Like, how can you do that? What happened? Oh, I broke my rules. Just don't break your rules.
They don't get it.
It's not that easy.
What do you mean don't? Yeah, they don't get it.
I think working with money is just one of them things that, and I think trading in general is going to be one of the hardest things because people are always pocket watching. Like, if you're putting yourself online as a content creator or a trader coach, like, naturally people are going to be pocket watching all the time.
People pocket watch me all the time. They're like, you've only received X amount in payouts. I'm thinking,
you don't even know what I have really made.
You're checking me more than I check myself.
Yeah,
That's
also,
insane.
I don't post my payouts.
Yeah.
Sometimes on YouTube, like, I've posted like IG trading, like withdrawals or like a couple of payouts.
Yeah.
People don't believe you anyway, so I'm just like, what am I proving
There's
myself
no
to you
point,
for?
yeah.
You should know from my aura and from the things I speak about.
I feel the aura go.
I know.
I hope so. No, but I just think, why are you pocket watching me? I get you've got to like know if people are real, because there's a lot of people that, you know what, nowadays, like, I'm just talking rubbish, because nowadays people team up with prop firms, team up with brokers, they fake payouts, they fake results.
Yeah.
It's so hard in this game, but I think that's another problem. Like, everyone's comparing themselves to someone or like chasing this next thing to follow.
I think Simply put, if you're a trader that's still trying to become profitable, don't focus so hard on all these influencers.
Yeah.
Don't focus so hard on your mentor even. Focus on yourself, on your stats, on your journal, on your back testing. That's who's gonna get you rich, yourself. That's who's gonna get you profitable, yourself. When I was learning how to trade, I had a whole new social media account. Didn't have no trade. Like I had basically had nothing. I had pure motivation. That's it. Like, you know, those motivational like clips. Just that. I didn't watch no traders and I still don't. And I made it work.
Yeah.
Stop watching people so heavy. You need to focus on yourself. If someone is faking it, if you've got an idea that someone's faking it, who cares?
Yeah.
Stop caring so much. Let them be. That's not gonna be you. If you know that's not gonna be you, just focus on yourself.
Clip that.
Clip that.
I've not
gonna
heard
say
that
something,
term
I lost
pocket
myself.
watching.
You what?
I've not heard that term pocket watching.
Really?
Yeah.
I like
Wow.
that time. It's a
I
good
think
time.
it's a big thing. Or like even like someone like you, you're obviously a psychology coach. People might be like, well, who have you taught? Like, do you know what I mean? Like people gonna maybe not watch your pockets, but they're gonna watch you. There's always someone
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
But
I
then
lo-
I think in
I love when they
any
ask me that.
industry.
Yeah,
Huh?
because
I
you've
love-
got the records.
I love
Yeah,
when they
yeah,
ask me
yeah.
that. I'll just be like, look, there you go.
But then I think it's just this industry is very toxic. And I
Too
think
toxic.
I don't know if you guys can agree, but like the person I learnt from, I learnt the strategy and I trade it similar, but I still made it my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be me versus me. So until you actually sit with yourself, like you said, sit with yourself, figure out your rules, and actually be disciplined in your own life,
Yeah.
outside of trading, as a trader as well, nothing will work anyway. It doesn't matter if you have the best strategy.
Yeah.
Because how many strategies are there that people are still profitable from?
Mm.
It's just about you.
Literally. And people need to stop being in other people's business. And I get it. You want to have in a nice way. No, but people want to have someone to look up to inspire to. Do you know what I mean? And that's why they use social media. They want to know their mentors made a payout, that this trader's made a payout, this person's done it. So it motivates them. But at the end of the day, your motivation should be that you want it. It shouldn't be because you've seen other people doing it. If you want to be, you know it's possible. There's enough people that are making it already. So if you know it's possible, focus on yourself, lock in genuinely, ignore the voices, and then it's time.
Keep
Matter
your
of time.
keep your circle tight.
Literally.
And that includes your social media circle. So, I mean, I think I've actually said this in a pod we've done before, Mads. I said, people need a proper social media detox. People actually need to delete their social medias for some time.
Yeah.
And I would say it's you need to find a mentor. You need to find a community where everyone is on business in that community. It will take you some time. You'll get scammed a few times, but eventually when you find that community that is on it, and the people are turning up, people are trading, people are making money, people are holding each other accountable, you don't need social media anymore. You just stay in that community. And then whenever there's a live call, whenever there's engagement, just plan it on your calendar. You need to organize your calendar accordingly. And then you need to literally review, draw a circle, and in that circle, write down all the people that you spend the most time with, in person and virtually. And then for each person, it is, do they impact me positively or do they impact me negatively? If they impact you negatively, can you create barriers within,
Can you say bye-bye?
or can you literally cut them out? Now, with social media, you can cut people out, but people don't. People pocket watch. They actually hate on people, and they check on the people that they hate the most.
Yeah.
And it's because they hate them so much, their brain gravitates to the negative. What are they doing? And you know what? Evil eye is a real thing. Evil eye, like every day, because I'm on social media every day, I'm protecting myself from evil eye, because there are people that want to see your downfall genuinely. And so your circle needs to be very intentional,
Yeah.
and you need to be harsh. Now, anyone in that circle, like family, who may have a negative influence on you, if you can't cut them out, just create barriers. Or you may need to change something about you to help them. in a way. Maybe you can't change them, but if you change something, that might improve the relationship. But that's a different subject anyway when it comes to personal relationships and toxic relationships, etc. The point is, who are you influenced by? Because you're your average of the 5 people you hang around with.
Gym
Who are
bros.
those 5 people? And are they empowering you? Are they motivating you? Are they pushing you? Or are they holding you back? Are they making you or influencing you to be more like them?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
sometimes you literally have to find a new circle and level up, and then you go back to your old circle and you say, hey, listen, I can help you out.
Or you can
Mm.
say bye.
Or you can say
Or you
bye.
can say bye.
Because you know what, right? You
Yeah.
took all the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, like, to level up in this life, you evolve, right? In general, you evolve. You go through your 20s, you go through your 30s, you evolve, right? I don't think you can become successful hanging around with people that don't have the same mindset as you.
Mhm.
Like, you
Mhm.
can meet you've got, I say this all the time, you've got to know what you've got certain friends and family members for. Like, you have that friend that you're going to go and eat with. You have that friend that you know you can go out if you want to go out and party. You got the friend that you know you can sit and like talk business ideas, talk books. If you don't have those people that stimulate your mind, they need to go. And you need to put yourself in new rooms, sign up to like a VIP members club and go and network in places and put yourself in
Yeah.
places
Mm.
where you can be in the energy of people that are successful, because otherwise you're just going to always stay down here.
Yeah.
You can't move here when you're always getting pulled back
Yeah.
to the negative things.
I think we mentioned it in our previous episode that, on my like come up, I lost all my close friends. I lost like the people that I thought would be my forever friends. They all went. And obviously at the time it was painful, it was upsetting. But I truly think if they didn't go, I wouldn't be where I am right now. They weren't on the same path as me. They weren't on the same mindset wave. I couldn't talk to them about trading or success or money. And it's a bittersweet feeling. But if you want it that bad, it's not that. It's
Mhm.
the sweet is better than the bitter.
100%. I was thinking about this the other day actually. Every single person I have now, like in my close circle, aside from family, are people that I've met either at networking events or through other people I've met at networking events.
Yeah.
Katie, we met through a friend who we were both at a networking event. Every single person I talked to, I met through networking, from whether it was property trading, business. It was something that was a higher level than what I was at that time. And
Yeah.
I think it kind of becomes easy when you make new friends. The old friends just they just drop off because you don't have the
Don't have
same
the
things to
time as
talk
well.
about anymore.
Yeah.
And your mind's just occupied with new things now. It's not
Exactly.
your mind's not occupied about the club tonight. It's more
Yeah.
about the markets are open tomorrow. Let's look at this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So naturally it might feel painful at the time, but you're also prioritizing things that you care about more.
Mhm.
You're doing things that you know is going to benefit your future, not just the now.
Mhm.
So it's all really up to you. It's what do you want more and how bad do you want it? And that's why loads of people don't become successful, because they don't want it bad enough. That I bet most of us had friends that weren't like us. Most of our friends weren't like us, and we probably felt different, but we made a change. We were so uncomfortable with feeling like the odd ones out that we made a difference.
Yeah.
And we made a change, and that's why we're all here now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think a lot of people don't make success happen for them because they don't want it bad enough.
Yeah.
And the answer, like I said last time, is all within you.
Yeah. And it's like Eric Thomas says, you literally have to want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe.
Literally.
Like, you are not going to get there unless you are absolutely, completely obsessed
Yeah.
with what it is that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. And you need to, like you were saying, Katie, go to these events. Go enter the rooms where you see giants, where you see titans, where you see people that are on a different level.
Yeah.
Like when I've been to your events, for example, or even the podcasts like this one right now, I feel so inspired. Like I feel so motivated because I meet people who are on a different level to me, but I also meet people who are
That get it.
that understand it, but I also meet people that are trying to learn, and I'm inspiring them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you're in these rooms where everyone is wants to level up, everyone like the giants in there are actually willing to network with you, are actually willing to help you out. That everyone's there to essentially give something, not just receive.
Yeah.
And when you're in these type of circles, you level up so much compared to your current circle, which is just like they're in a little bubble.
Yeah.
We need to, as traders, we're forced to break out of the norms, the norms of how we should live our life. Trading is so out of the norm. It is such a risk. It's so difficult. But along that journey, you'll become a very, very powerful person, very strong minded. And that, for me, trading has helped me not only in trading, it's helped me in business, it's helped me in my fitness, it's helped me in psychology and mindset. And it's now helped not only myself, but now I can give back. I can give to others. So yeah, you have to create a circle of winners, of ambitious individuals. And then it forces you to, if I'm going to be in the circle, I got to live up to these guys. So it's good to actually try find people who actually are not are way ahead of you, and you're going to have to actually sometimes pay to be in those rooms.
Yeah.
Like you said, join those VIP clubs where there's mentors, there's networking events. I've invested thousands. Like every year I'm investing maybe 20, 30 grand to be in these rooms where one of the things I invested in was public speaking, because I used to be really nervous about all of this stuff. I would spend, it was like 6 months, and every 4 weeks I had to prepare a pitch, and then I had to stand in front of a room of 20, 30 people, other students and the mentors. And then you had to stand for about 20 minutes getting grilled.
Wow.
Getting grilled by the mentors. Was like, you didn't follow this, you forgot this, stop the soles, stop the arms, do it again.
Sounds rough.
And then, but when you get it right, you get it right. But I'm telling you, if I didn't invest in that,
Yeah.
if I didn't, I wouldn't be speaking with you right now.
And you're not even investing in that, you're investing in yourself, ultimately.
Yeah.
It's the best investment.
Yeah.
100%.
Always. I think as well, one thing that I learned is if you speak to someone and you tell them like a goal and they're like, you're not going to do that, that person's got to go. Or
Got to go.
Or if it's family and they can't go, you keep them there, because
Nah, cut them off.
someone you tell a big goal to will either ask you how, and they'll be inspired by like your ambition to get there, or they'll be like, that's amazing, like let me know when you've done it. But someone that says you're not going to do that, and they're already doubting you, they don't have the mindset to be able to even put themselves there. For us as traders, for example, if you say, I'm going to make 10K next week, like I just know I am, and you're speaking it into existence, you're doing your affirmations, you're affirming that you're going to, and you're standing on business because you've done it before, someone with a closed mindset is going to be like, how you can do that? That's impossible. I've not made that in my salary in 5 months. Do you know what I mean? So the conversations you have with people will highlight if people are good for your journey as well.
I think sometimes it's inevitable as well. So like for me, my mom, she was supportive, but she didn't believe in me, and that was just the truth. Like no one believed in me but myself, and that's for all of us. When we have nothing to show for it, no one's gonna believe you. But like, I'm not gonna go cut off my mom now, am I? Like,
Unless
but that's different, because they don't even know what trading is. And something so outlandish as this, it's like, what the hell are you even doing?
Yeah.
So that's understandable.
But I think some people will let it set them back. People will be like, okay, my brother doesn't believe in me or doesn't know, my mom doesn't believe in me, doesn't know. But what I promise you, my brother and my mom at least every week would say, you need to go to university or you need to get a proper job. That's every week they used to say. I had nothing to show for trading. I didn't have anything on social media. I had no payouts, no funded accounts. But I was so delusional that I knew that I could do it because I've seen this person do it, this person do it. There's no, if you want it that bad, like I've said, you can do it. I truly believe it's a mindset game. When you've got that shift in your mindset, you become unstoppable and nothing can drag you down. Even when my mom's like, nah, get a job, go uni. Nah. I believe in myself so much. And I just know it's gonna be a matter of time for you to be like, oh, I'm proud of you. And that's what it is now.
And now
But
she is.
that's what it is now. But obviously you have to go through the hard times. Everyone's gone through it. Your role model has probably gone through tough times that you would think there's no getting through. But they wanted it so bad that they got through it. And that's probably everyone. We've all had hardships, but we've all wanted it bad enough that the hardships don't get us.
You know what, as well, I think you do have to be delusional in this game.
You do?
I even see it like every day, like you'll get this, especially being like a parent doing like school drop off. Like I just see like the mums chatting, and all they're doing is talking about other people or like
It's not
married at
working.
first
They literally
sight.
stand like on the corner
Yeah,
for
they're
like
like-
an hour just chatting.
I like
I'm
go back to
what?
get like, I don't know, like coffee, and they're still standing there. You're talking about married at first sight. You're talking about John down the road. You're talking about Susan that's cheating with her partner. It's like, don't you have goals to be working on?
Yeah.
And I think that's when you know, like, not even just like, especially this. I think this school run is like the highlight of my aura actually feeling fulfilled. But like going to the gym, my gym's quite like you're kind of your own boss to be in that gym. It's not like a David Lloyd's, but it's like
A bougie one.
yeah, you're someone to be there. Otherwise, you're just probably a wife
Yeah.
of someone that's rich. But I think try and get yourself out there as much as possible, like gym. The school run hypes me up because I just know like I'm dropping my daughter off, but I'm also going to do things and fulfill my goals. Whereas like there's people that they just have no ambition. So being delusional is the biggest thing I think as well.
Going back to what Rodrigo said about like the events thing as well, like just thinking back to like even just that first FX Connect event, like I don't think like we could do the biggest events in Miami, New York, wherever. Nothing will beat the electric that was in that room for that first FX Connect event.
And we didn't even know what we was doing.
We had no idea, but I think that is what was so beautiful about it. We managed to get all of these speakers because we had just networked so hard on social media. So we had the likes of obviously Rodrigo, who you were speaking alongside Jade Cap of all people, like who just happened to be in the UK. Like it was just
It worked out so well.
it
And
was
you
just beautiful
coached.
timing.
Yeah.
Who else did we have? Riz, Sadar,
Dan Chung.
Dan Chung. There were so many amazing people, and like Kate said, we had no idea what we were doing, but that room was absolutely rammed. Like no one else could fit in those doors, and I just think even from people that we've spoken to since that event, people started businesses from meeting people at that event. People became traders just because they were like dragged along to this event, because realistically it was one of the first FX events that the UK had ever seen. But it just goes to show how important it is to be in those rooms with those people who have been through it, know what you're talking about, and also being able to network with the gurus that you see on social media who you realise, oh, they're human.
They're normal
They're just
people.
They are
people.
actually just like me. And I think that breaks that barrier of like that not being able to, because you don't see it. But as soon as you meet those people, you're like, wow, this is actually possible.
It's crazy because like even when we went to Sheesh, didn't we? Did we go Sheesh?
That was the second event.
The second event. Did we go to food the first one? No.
Don't think so.
We done food at Sheesh. Was you there then?
Yeah.
The Chinese place. Was it Chinese?
No, it was
No,
the
Turkish.
Turkish.
Turkish. Was it
In London.
In London. Was it near Mayfair?
Yeah.
And
I
then we
think
went
you
to the
did
rooftop after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like even something like that, like people that don't know us are probably like, who is this table of people? They all look different. They're like so diverse. It's so different. But actually, like we're all, and I think that's the most important thing, right? Like we're all human. We're all normal. And I, at the start of my journey, 5-6 years ago, would have been like, I'd love to be in them type of rooms.
Yeah.
And when you actually just put yourself out there, like, look at this.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. So maybe if you guys all comment down below, maybe we're going to start another event very
No,
soon.
this is making me want to do an event now.
Yeah, I'm there.
Maybe we'll have another event. We'll have Rodrigo and we'll have Kayz as a speaker and some more great people, I think. But you guys have to comment down below because it's not going to happen.
We need
without
to know you guys want this.
Yeah.
Because
No,
it's a
they
lot of
do.
effort.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort. And we don't make no money from it. Like we do it
Yeah.
because we want to help people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could, but what's the point?
Like recently, you guys didn't come, but we both went to the trading expo, and that was for me as a female trader. I don't have like in-person female trader friends or trader friends in person. So obviously all my trader life is through my phone. So when I went to that expo, I came alone and I was open. people recognized me, people
Oh,
wanted
that's
to
so
talk to
I
nice.
me.
love that.
Yeah, and it was just a whole new world. And you know what? I walked out of there and I felt so motivated.
Mhm.
And I think the best thing for people like us with the same mindset as us is talking about our dreams. When you talk to someone about your dreams and your big goals, and they're like, yeah, actually, I want to dream for that too. I want to dream for this. You can dream for that. Let's test ourselves. It's the best thing.
Or when you speak about your dreams, they're like, oh, that's easy. You're
Oh,
like, oh,
God.
damn, I've
Yeah.
got a long way to go
Or
yet.
like I had a student who did that and they were going through the same
Humbling.
problems as
Yeah.
you.
No,
and
but that's like what you want to feel.
Yeah.
You want to feel that type
That's
of
easy.
embarrassment, or you want to feel that type of, oh, it's easy. Okay, let me go do it. 'Cause
Yeah.
to the majority, it's not easy. You're
Yeah.
doing something so mad that you don't even realize because you're so caught up with your own circle, your own network, your own goal.
Yeah.
We are going to do a little fun but still educational segment. We have some trader confessions that we have been sent from anonymous traders, and they all have different issues that you guys can obviously help them with. I've passed on perfectly good trade setups because after a couple of losses, I just lost confidence and was scared to pull the trigger at all. What would your advice be to a trader who is dealing with that?
I think if you don't have the confidence, no one's forcing you to take the trade here and now. You can always just forward test. No, like you don't have to take every trade that you see. But if you're seeing every setup and you're scared to enter, that's when there's the issue. And then you have to ask yourself, have you got the evidence that your system works? If you know that your strategy works and your plan is there for a reason and it's showing you results, what is stopping you from taking that trade? If you're still uncomfortable, maybe de-risk. No one's telling you to risk 1%, 2%, even 0.25% until you feel comfortable. Because if you're not taking the setup, you clearly don't feel comfortable in what you're trading. So make it comfortable. Maybe do 0.01 lot if you have to, and build yourself up. And also look at your data. You should always have your data on your trades, which gives me my biggest confidence.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the right approach. For me, I'll go slightly deeper. So the emotion there is hesitation and fear of pulling the trigger. Now, most traders will focus on just the emotion part, and then after emotion, there's an action. Now, Kayz, what you said is the correct action. That's what you should be doing. De-risk, simulate, whatever, back test, forward test, to get that confidence again. Now, if that hesitation continues, if that fear continues, then the problem isn't the emotion. The problem isn't the discipline. It's what comes before the emotion. What comes before the emotion is a thought. And what comes before the thought is a belief. And that is where most traders don't go that deep. What's the belief behind the hesitation? Where does that come from? Because most of our beliefs are hidden. And these hidden beliefs actually come from childhood, how people treated us, our environment. So if that hesitation continues, you need to ask yourself, what is the belief behind this? Now, when I've spoken to traders about this, they'll say, um, I've never been good at finishing strong. I've always just messed things up at the end. I've never finished my coursework. I never finished the exam. I dropped out of school. I never finished. So that is a belief. And so when it comes to trading, it manifests in the hesitation because your subconscious doesn't truly believe that you can finish off. You can finish that phase. You can be consistent. So this is where the self-sabotage kicks in, because being consistent, taking that trade is actually foreign. It's actually something that is your nervous system is not used to it. It's unsafe. It's foreign to your behaviors. But whereas quitting and staying out of those trades, that is actually something you're used to. You've done that all your life. So your brain defaults to what's comfortable.
So, confession 2, the revenge trader. That was me. But this isn't me, that's Lynn. Here's another. Oh, not here's another.
You're so dyslexic.
I know. Right. After a big loss, I got so angry that I doubled my next position to try and make it back immediately. I knew it was revenge trading, but in the moment I didn't care. Kayz, can you share an example, maybe that you've done this before, you've revenge traded?
I've definitely done that before.
And why now you would advise people not to do it?
The thing is, right, if you're over risking, first of all, I've been there, done that. I've experienced that. I think that's all of us have probably experienced that at a point. But you have to learn that even if that trade bangs TP and now you're in profit, that was the chances of that hitting TP was the same chances of hitting SL. Now imagine if that hit SL. Imagine what that would do for you. That would probably get you very angry, very upset, and you'd feel very, very annoyed at yourself. So for me, the reason why I got over that is because that pain of over risking and feeling that pain and feeling that frustration, you can't blame anyone. You have yourself to blame. You can just say, oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? You can't say you did that. It's literally your own fault. So it's that pain that should make you feel like it's not worth it, because you have to think, are you comfortable enough with losing the amount that's on your stop loss? You're probably not, because you're over risking. So it's not worth it.
And as a coach, someone comes to you, they're
Yeah.
revenge trading.
Yeah.
They're on their last trade. How are you reprogramming their mind?
Telling them not to do it when they know it's
They're probably going to do it again, isn't it?
they're going to do it again. So what I do is, okay, I want you to do it, but this time we're going to track it. We're going to track all the times you revenge trade and you get away with it, and we're going to track all the times you revenge trade and you don't get away with it. Let's look at the data. So let's go for it. Go. 30 days, track it. When we look at the data is always consistent, that the revenge trade, even though you get away with it, eventually it bites you back and eventually you will blow up. So
Yeah.
I asked the trader, let's look at the data. Are you going to continue revenge trading and continue to burn money and continue to fail? Or are you going to avoid it by following these rules? Now we have the data, we have evidence. So it's a no-brainer.
It's just too risky. It's not worth it. If you want to see consistency, you have to calculate your risk. If you're going to enter the trade, be comfortable with how much you're going to lose. If you've entered it and you're risking 1%, or if you've just doubled your lots and you don't even know how much is on the table, that's why your psychology is going to get messed up. And that's not going to be good for you. It's not going to show you results over a long period of time. So,
yeah.
The overconfident hotshot, which was probably me in February. So after a week of great profits, I felt invincible and violated my risk rules on a trade. And that one loss wiped out my gains. What are you saying to that trader?
I think we spoke about this earlier, this feeling of feeling euphoric. That's that feeling of feeling invincible. So you're going to make that mistake a few times and it will repeat itself unless you are tracking and you're journaling properly. Now, most traders don't journal. Most traders they just skip that part. So how are you supposed to know what your impulsive behaviors are? So this is why traders come to me. This is why I help them spot those emotional patterns, those behavioral patterns, so they can create rules and processes to avoid it. But what we realize since AI is that AI can do this better. It can do it faster. So my team and I, we developed an app where you can actually express your trades, your emotions, your behaviors verbally, and it tracks everything. And not just that, it talks back to you. So you'll have agents who are going to talk back to you and tell you, okay, this usually, Madison or Mads, when you're in this euphoric state, you tend to feel invincible. Like you're expressing to me right now. The best thing you need to do right now is follow these 3-step process. And it will tell you, follow 1, 2, 3, de-risk, take 3 days off, come back, trade an eval or trade a demo account until that euphoria is gone. And then let's track it. I'll guide you through it. And so it basically will remember everything you tell it, and it will pick up all the patterns. And then you're able to then use that data, your own data, to then create personalized frameworks on the problems that you have to avoid them, and all your strengths to actually enhance and help you be more consistent in that approach. So
You know what? I love that because I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people that are trading, they're making mistakes like that confession. They're not going to want to be honest and speak to like a trader coach, or they're not really even going to want to write it in their journal unless they're
No.
actually
It's
disciplined to
embarrassing.
write it in there, because it's embarrassing, right? You're not sticking to your rules. You're being stupid.
Mm.
So I feel like it's AI, like it's not judging you. It might say, come on, what are you doing? But this is you and your personal coach.
Yeah.
And there's no judgment. I
Yeah.
like that.
we took it a step further, where you can actually personalize it how you want it to respond to you. So we've got clients who
So it can like shout at you and be like,
literally
stop doing that.
shout at me, be
That's
vulgar,
unreal.
and I want you to call me out. And you've got other clients who are like, take it a bit softer with me, more empathetic. Actually, but most people are
Get
give
a
it to
grip.
me.
Yeah.
Grow
Most
some
people.
balls.
Yeah, literally.
I think it's because it's more male dominated as well. They want
Yeah.
someone that's like,
So it will literally coach you and guide you based on how you tell it. So if it gives you feedback and you think you're being too soft, tell it. You're being too soft right now. This is how I want you to talk to me, and it will learn that.
I love that.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in the AI model that's going to help traders, make sure you go and check out obviously Rodrigo's page, and we'll leave the link down below as well where you can check everything out. Okay, well, thank you for answering the confessions. Now is the fun part.
No.
Kayz knows what's coming.
So we have a fun segment on our channel.
It's
where-
fun for them, not for us.
Oh, okay. I forgot. We have a new rule. There's a 5-second rule now.
For anyone that is listening and not watching, we have the Bean Boozled Jelly Beans challenge. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask you guys a question each, and they're going to be directed to obviously you guys. And then you've got to spin the wheel.
I've got this.
Because people will be listening and they won't be watching. You've got to tell the mic, tell the listeners what you've landed on, the good or the bad. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
And just to warn you, these are controversial questions.
so obviously, if you don't want to answer them,
Just eat.
you eat.
All right.
And the questions are going to be crazy. Rodrigo, you coached Jade Cap for a while.
Mm.
How much money did he lose before coming to you for coaching?
I can't remember.
Then you got to spin.
Wait, I don't have that. I don't have those figures. Okay. I would say he lost at least 20 grand.
Not that bad.
That's okay.
That's all right. And now he's
I mean-
making $1 million payout.
Exactly.
Okay,
So-
cool. I thought he was going to
Crazy.
say I can't answer that. It's confidential. That ruined it.
What one trading strategy would you ban if you could?
We said this last time, indicators, purely relying on indicators.
Easy.
Rodrigo, call out one trader right now that you think needs your coaching as a trader.
Kayz.
No, you can't do that. You
I
can't do
knew
that.
you was gonna say
There's no
that.
T's and C's.
No, there is, because we're all here. You got to tell the camera who it is as well.
I knew it. I knew I was gonna get picked.
Oh wow, my mind's gone blank. Okay, cool. One trader that they don't need to be known, do they?
No, they got.
Yeah,
They got to be known.
because otherwise you could say Susan. Susan.
You know,
You know you've got to eat the sweet.
5, 4,
Or
oh, my mind's gone blank.
3, 2.
He doesn't want to call anyone
One.
out.
spin the wheel. Good luck.
What have you spun on? The red.
The blue.
What is it?
It's I don't know, bath.
Oh, vomit.
That can't be it. Good luck.
And you got to eat it as well, because no one just put it
I
out.
think you're gonna swallow it.
You're not even going to
That's
eat it.
cheating.
Yo, I didn't sign terms and
That's
conditions.
cheating. I will chew it for you.
Thank you. It's for the viewers.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Call out one person in the trading industry who you would challenge to a boxing match.
Is it like a friendly boxing match?
No, like you don't like them.
Oh, no comment. Let's think. No, I can't.
You have to.
can't.
You have to.
I've had trauma off this jelly
What is
bean.
it?
It's the sick one or peach.
Come on then.
I don't know
No,
which one
no.
to pick out the box. I'm gonna
Where's your
pick the
gut
left
going?
one because I'm left-handed.
No, it isn't. Peach.
Rodrigo,
Mhm.
which trading YouTuber do you think gives the worst advice?
Trying so hard to think of someone.
He's like, who's got 2 followers?
I would say it's not just for what he says, it's also for what he actually shows. And that is that what's that Alex guy? He's just showing a lifestyle, but then pushing his own broker, his own marketing account.
He is a
Yeah.
great content creator, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but we're talking about traders.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. Fall asleep. So you've probably had a really bad trade, right? Can you name a trade that's as bad as naming one of your exes?
Name a trade that's as bad as one of my exes. You have to elaborate.
So you've got a really bad trade. So like, how much did you lose on that trade? And call the ex out that it's as bad as.
Oh hell no! What? Hell no! Just trying to get me killed.
Messy! That was chat, not me.
Tutti fruity or stinky socks.
Ooh.
You've got good luck though.
Don't you jinxed me now?
No, you're actually annoying.
What the hell?
I think
Unless you like stinky socks.
Do you try and think this up?
I think I've lost my taste.
Well, that's good though for you.
No, I think it's tutti fruity.
Name one prop firm who you would say to all of your clients, stay absolutely far away.
That's the way we all look.
Stay
Just thinking
me.
there's possible business opportunities that I could have now on.
Oh, they were shut down and they've come back recently. My forex funds.
Okay, fair enough.
I thought
And-
you was going to say the funded trader.
and the funded trader. Yeah, they did the same.
Mm.
They went down, they came back. Yeah, stay away. Stay away.
Do you know what though? The funded trader, absolutely no. Anything with Angelo anywhere near it, no. Sorry. You're looking at me like, shut up, man. Anyway, Angelo, stay away. But my forex funds, I feel like, isn't the same as the funded trader, because the funded trader we all know they were just doing some dodgy shit. Whereas my forex funds, they were indicted. So indicted, is that the right word? So they actually couldn't do business.
Nah, listen, don't you remember the
Slip them to hell.
slipped into hell comment? That was
Yeah.
Like,
What
they
happened?
had okay, so
Are you on Twitter?
No.
right, so
Oh,
my forex funds
this was like before your
they
time.
got shut down.
I remember
because
that.
I think they had some internal conflict.
Yeah.
And then someone from the internal team started sharing internal messages. And these internal messages were, like basically slip that trader.
Oh
breach
my
that
god,
trader.
really?
This trader's making too much money, slip them to hell.
That's
This
so
was like in a
bad.
conversation.
This
Yeah.
was what leaked.
Yeah.
And then
Damn.
many people complained to the regulators. The
Yeah.
regulators shut them down.
That's what I remember.
They were clearly scamming people.
That's
Now
so
the
bad.
owner bought mansions, bought a Bugatti,
Oh, I
made
forgot all of this
hundreds
part.
of millions
Of these
from
guys.
purposely, intentionally breaching traders. So that to me is
That's
very,
great
very
answer.
dirty. That to me is unethical.
Mhm.
So you got to stay away from even if they're legit now, even if they're, whatever, the fact that they were doing those
That's
kind of practices,
crazy. Yeah.
and they can come back publicly and say, oh yeah, guys, we're back, better than ever. Trust us with your money.
I don't know.
Do you know what? One more. For both of you.
Okay. Is this the same question or are we
No.
doing?
What trading influencer do you think you will see affiliated with that firm? Are they back?
You just want us to name people out?
It's the only way you can eat them, isn't it?
Is this question to both of
Yeah.
us? Yeah, I'm not answering.
Come on then.
No
Spin the
names
wheel.
coming from my mouth.
Rodrigo,
No,
think
teeth
about it.
fruit, your stinky
No, I don't have
socks.
a run.
Licorice or burnt rubber. I think
That won't be that
That's
burnt
bad.
too
rubber.
bad.
That kind of sounds nice.
Come on, Rodrigo. You got someone or you're spinning?
Yeah.
A good one to skip. Just a
Uh,
licorice.
I think I'd be sick on licorice, to be honest.
I think-
wouldn't want either.
all right. I'm going to name someone.
Oh!
I would say.
Someone's telling you not to say it right now.
Your throat chakra
Yeah.
is blocking you.
All right. So there's this guy called Romeo on X. Yeah.
Who's Romeo?
Romeo PT or TPT.
Oh, you know who he is?
He's the one who posted a picture of me and called me fat.
Yeah. So this guy has
Is he a
this
trader?
arrogant attitude, never shown proof, yet claims to come up with all these concepts.
Turtle
himself.
soup. Turtle soup.
So we'll see
Yeah.
him
Is he a thing?
affiliated to them soon.
Yeah, probably.
He's never posted a picture of himself
Wait.
either.
He's a trader and he spoke to you like that.
Yeah, bro. Me and Twitter, bro, 2-3 years ago, everyone had me blocked, or I blocked them. ICT blocked me. Andrew NFX. Twitter was hell a few years ago. It's not too bad now.
I don't really.
It's the
post on there.
futures traders that like beef now that I see. Like all the girls in futures are like quite bitchy and they're always like, "Wah." But yeah, it was bad.
But I still don't. Are there a lot of female futures traders? Because I still don't
Yeah.
know a lot of female
It's because it's
CFD.
not our
Oh, they're just
not
a
our
bit.
frequency, so that we don't attract that.
Anymore.
Oh,
You don't trade
yeah.
futures, do you?
No.
So you wouldn't really see it.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, I thought.
But no, Twitter. I would highly recommend getting on Twitter. You know, that's where I've met majority of people.
I've never gone on there.
That's where I met Rodrigo, Katie,
I need to go.
everyone. Key run.
Need to learn how to use it. You're gonna have to teach me.
Yeah.
I was a
We got
newbie as
you.
well.
But genuinely, these episodes keep getting better and better and better and better. And I think, Kayz, obviously, your episode has been our biggest so far. And that was definitely my favourite episode. But now adding Rodrigo to the mix to have that like psychological element and that just going like deeper into the real psychology behind traders, I think this is definitely one of our most valuable episodes, if not the most valuable so far. And literally the whole way through, I'm like, clip that, clip that.
And I don't even think this has been long enough.
No, literally, we could
we've
go
been
on for
speaking
hours.
for an hour and a half, but I think we needed more time,
Yeah.
personally.
Let us know if you want part 2.
Mm.
Or do you know what? Let's do it in person.
That would be.
So if
nice.
enough people comment, why not
The
in
event.
person?
Yes.
Because the last events that you hosted, I had a queue of people trying to wanting to ask me questions. I spoke to every single one, and
that.
I spoke to some of these guys a few months later, and that advice was what they needed to hear
Change.
to transform.
Turning point.
That is beautiful.
So if we could do this in a room.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that.
You've done it before, so
Yeah.
you can do it again.
I
Well,
love
thank you
that.
guys so much, because I feel
Thank
like this
you.
has been very good for us.
Mhm.
It's been good for both of
100%.
you and everyone listening. It's going to be valuable. And obviously now we have to make this event happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You guys
I
got a comment?
have to give you both your flowers because
Thank
we
you.
speak about creating networks, coming out of our comfort zone. We speak about bettering ourselves. Like you two have actually gone out, done your own networking events, actually done it. Probably sometimes out of pocket because these events are very expensive.
Yeah.
But you created a lot of transformations for people. I've had clients from these events.
So
I've had
good.
clients that were unprofitable that became profitable. So I probably owe you something.
What do you want, guys?
That makes me emotional.
I did see
Yeah.
a nice Porsche.
Girl.
No, but I think, do you know what? Like, this is what we thrive for, and this is why we started the podcast and the business in general, because it's like we actually want to give back to people, because I weren't financially brought up like with a financial background. So if you can help someone that can watch it for free, as long as they have Wi-Fi or a phone,
True.
we can change lives together.
And we
Yeah.
will.
Yeah,
I
but
think, like you say, doing those in-person events as well, just people being able to see us and realise that we're actually real people.
Yeah.
but I think you should actually charge as well. Like the last events you've done, I don't think you've charged.
It was like £15-20.
Yeah,
And that
something
covered
like
the event, and
That literally covered our costs.
every time
If-
we even put money towards it.
Yeah, no, you have to. But that means people, if they're willing to pay, you'll get more serious people. You'll filter out all the
They
time.
will
yes.
be willing to
That
pay.
is
That's
true.
why as well now it's like when we restart, because we've been taking a break to really focus on like the podcast the last quarter of the year. The community will have like personal community meetups, and like they're like for elite members, and then we've got like big plans for like, so we're gonna have it for everyone, because some people
Yeah.
can't afford a £50 ticket,
Mm.
but then they have to understand that you have to pay and invest in yourself to get to these places.
The people that will,
Yeah.
and that will attract the right people for you.
And we want more UK traders.
Mm.
Literally, more.
Yeah.
I think that there is a lot, but it's all very niche. It's a very you know, Trade Barney.
Yeah.
You know, but like his students, right? There's like a clan of them. It's like a whole clan. They're all on socials. They're all like in each other's comments. But apart from that, I don't think there isn't a lot of social media traders generally. I don't think so. UK.
No, there's not in the UK. I think in America, obviously America's way bigger anyway, but it's just more of a common thing, I think, in the UK. But then again, I forget that because most of the people I talk to daily are traders. So when I'm actually like out in the real world and I'll like, I don't know, like go to like a friend's birthday party or something and someone like making small talk, I'm like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm a Forex trader. And they're like, what's that? Oh my God, you know about like inside trading? And I'm just like, okay, well, that's not what.
But so many people know what trading is, or they trade. Because like even like my aunt called me like a couple of months ago, and she was like, "Oh, like you know that trading thing that you do? Someone here that works here, he just made £2,000. He trades."
No way.
So like, I do think people know about it, but like people don't know about
They
like the
don't-
social media side of it.
Maybe, yeah.
But I also feel like my dad has zero clue. He just thinks I just do stocks and shares. What the fuck is stocks and shares? I do forex trading, like,
Yeah.
but I just let him say stock.
Yeah.
I do stocks and shares.
Just tell him
yeah.
it's like stocks and shares. It's just currency.
I can't be bothered to explain. He can.
He can
he
figure it out.
understands.
No, I love that. But no, I think this conversation has definitely like sparked an event coming sooner than what we probably would have anticipated.
I think that would be genuinely,
Let's do
because
it.
I'd bring my audience. You guys
Yeah,
bring yours. It'd
yeah.
be mad.
Let's say 3 to 4 months from now. No timestamps, but
Yeah,
preparation.
I think it
time,
should be done.
a good
Q1.
start to the year.
yeah.
Q1.
Yeah,
February, Marchish. Yeah.
Correct.
and we'll make a group chat, and we've already got a group chat, but we'll talk,
No,
Yeah.
that would be mad. Yeah.
share ideas.
Yeah. I said, guys, thank you so much. And obviously, this is obviously not the last that the audience is going to see from us. And as you heard here first, guys, there will be an event coming very soon with Rodrigo and Kayz. And obviously, we know a lot of people in this industry. So who knows who else we will be able to bring along. But thank you guys for watching as always. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any episodes. And we will see you again next week.